Guys, there are a handful of things that we must scale in our workouts simply due to a lack of strength. The pull-up, handstand push-up, toe to bar, things of that nature. But the double under is not one of those. If you don't quite yet have double unders, it comes from a sheer lack of understanding of the movement, i.e. a skill deficiency. I'm making this video because we have a lot of folks at Rampage that they've been here for multiple months, maybe even over a year, that still have to scale the double under numbers down. And because recently I've had people from outside our gym contacting me to help them with double unders. And I'm no double under guru, but what I can do is I can tell you some of the things I see most often that mess up the jump rope, and then also how we can go about possibly fixing those. So the first thing I want us to understand is speed. Speed is what most people heavily rely on when they're trying to do a double under, and they equate speed to fast, like really fast. Well, I'm gonna open up this by showing you the speed of some single unders and then showing you the speed of some double unders. And when I'm talking speed, I'm talking body, cadence, or tempo on my jump. So let's do some single unders to begin. Okay, so nothing there seems super taxing. I'm not getting out of breath. I'm not exhausted. My muscles aren't really tense. So now let's use that same speed for some double unders. Okay, so all I had to do there was I had to jump a little higher and I had to spin my wrist a little quicker. What I did not do is try to drastically change my cadence or my jump tempo. I also didn't try to do anything extra with my arms. It all came from the wrist. So the most common thing I see is the lack of understanding of the start, stop, or go, pause, that is the double under. So when we do the jump tap drill, that is a jump, double tap, what we're doing is we're in the air, we tap 1, 2, land, jump, tap 1, 2, land, jump. While we land and jump, your hands have to just slightly pause for a split second. If that pause doesn't happen, then your rope is still going at the same speed the entire time, and therefore your body will not be able to land and jump fast enough, and then you're forced into doing this really crazy jump, and the most you're gonna get maybe is 5, 10 if you're really lucky, double unders, and then you're gonna be super winded. So we wanna think, I need to 1, 2, pause, jump, 1, 2, pause, jump, and how I can do that is first starting with the thought of slow down. You do not need to go super fast. You do not need to hear your rope doing that, okay? So I would practice singles and then try to do a double and go right back into your single until you feel that the jump and the spin isn't drastically different. Now, a couple other key things is if you're hitting the front of your feet often and you're messing up, first, I would look at trying a longer than necessary rope, because likely what's happening is your hands are in the wrong spot, you're not okay with changing that yet, and the rope's catching your foot because it's already trying to spin up when it should really be spinning up behind you, but that curve is happening short and it's catching your toes. So maybe grab a rope that looks like it's for someone who's 3 or 4 inches taller than you are. Second, once we get some success with getting that rope under the feet, we want to make sure our hands are only slightly in front of the body, not reaching forward. And here's where I see some people go wrong, is they'll get 1 or 2, but then as they're going, they get tense and they start reaching out in front. So if you're reaching out in front, your jump rope's likely going to end up hitting your feet. So I would practice single unders looking forward, and you should be able to see your hands. So I'm going to put my hands slightly in front of me, do some single unders. If I'm staring forward, I can barely see my hands out of my peripheral. If I can see my entire wrist into my forearm out here, my hands are too far forward, my rope is going to catch my toes. So keep those hands back. Last thing to understand is your hand is not going to stay in the same spot the entire time. It will go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and it kind of whips back. Now that's maybe a little exaggeration. So let's see what the hands actually do. Okay, so with that, you can start to understand this slight pause comes from the hand movement of back, 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 back. So key takeaway from this is slow down, allow yourself to jump and land, make sure you're jumping high enough, and don't shoot those hands way out in front. And try a longer rope if you need to. Guys, if you want me to stand next to you and walk you through all this and coach you on a 30-minute double under session, let me know. I'll gladly do it. We'll set that up as a skill session on the calendar. And I don't want to guarantee, but I can be very, very hopeful that we can come out of those 30 minutes much better than when you came into it as far as your skills of the double under goes. All right, guys, hope this helped. Have a good rest of your day.